and then I'm going to work on a new, well, I say a new, an updated video strategy. I've been having a pretty pants day so far, not because of my work or anything like that, but I sort of just woke up in a bad mood and just felt a bit off all day, and then I read an email from someone who replied to my newsletter and basically just didn't like what I was doing and made that quite clear, so that wasn't great. So I've been a bit like in a weird mood all day, and then I just went downstairs to make some lunch and check the post, and I got a letter in a little envelope in the post, and it's a little handwritten letter from my friend Rianne. I feel like there's not, I can't remember like not being a part of my online life in a way. I mean, we talk online like every day and that, but she sort of just said like because we live, we don't live close to each other, we could be like pen pals, and that's what she's put in this letter. So I was like, it just made me so happy. So she's talking about, she's an author, she's a self-published author, so she's talking about her books and where she's up to with everything, and then I'm going to go back to her with how I'm getting on with things, and I just think it's really nice, like a bit different instead of talking to each other online every day, to just share it in paper. So yes, that cheered me up no end, really did. So today I am kicking off the day with scheduling my own social content, so tweets, Facebook, that kind of thing. Then I'm going to be moving on to client work, so let me look at my to-do list. I've got to do some social media scheduling and engagement. I'm managing a client's inbox at the moment because she's away on holiday. I've got to do some Instagram images and captions for another client and read over a couple of blog posts I wrote for another client, and then I will move on to work for a branch of Holly. So I've got to send the rest of the content and imagery over to the designer for the Blogging Breakthrough magazine, and then I'm going to work on a new, well, I say a new, an updated video strategy, because basically, as much as I love doing these vlogs, I want to make them more valuable for you in terms of like my processes, how I do things. So I'm going to start making it more behind the scenes of my business as well as behind the scenes of my life, hence that little introduction that you just had about what I'm doing today. And then what I'm thinking of doing, if I can find my notebook, because it's all in my notebook. What did I put? Oh yeah, so I want to, come on camera, I want to add more educational videos into my strategy. So basically what I was thinking of doing was, because people's attention spans aren't that long, so if I can create sort of like, my plan is to create sort of like no longer than 5-minute videos to go alongside the posts I publish on my blog that will act as like educational content, as like a little extra. So it will be going into a little bit more detail about a topic that I've covered in the blog post, and it could be like 2 minutes long, it might be 5 minutes long, but then I think that is easy to digest. If someone thinks, oh, I'm going to make a brew, or they're waiting for a bus, it's easy for them to just watch it and they can learn something at the same time. So that is what I'm going to be planning today as well. And I'm even thinking of sort of, instead of just calling it like weekly vlog, whatever, I'm even thinking of like giving it, I think it's because of the light, let's go back this way. I'm even thinking of giving it like a new like title and everything, and rebranding it completely. So yeah, I'm going to publish this vlog tomorrow, so this is going to be like the start of it, so we'll have to wait and see. So I'm just moving on to do some client work, which involves creating Instagram images and Instagram captions, and it can be a struggle to sort of come up with the different ideas for taking pictures for Instagram, especially if you're feeling uninspired or you're not motivated. So I thought I'd just show you a little behind the scenes glimpse of the process that I go through when I do this task every week. First thing I do is I always look for inspiration, because I feel like I need some ideas in order to sort of kickstart my creativity. And because the brand that I'm going to be talking about in this example is a stationery brand, and they sell different notebooks. So the purpose of the Instagram account is to promote these notebooks. So obviously they're all going to be flat lay images. So I always start off by searching for flat lays or flat lay in Instagram, and then I just have a scroll through and see if anything stands out to me. So for instance, this particular image really stands out because it's, you know, against a plain background and the notebooks are on show. So then I always just write down a few notes here of ones that I like and different ideas, and I just have another scroll through and see if there are any others. Like this is another really good example. You could relate it to sort of using one of the notebooks for bullet journaling. And then once I've looked through like the top content, I then go down and look through some of the most recent content. So that would be a nice one because it's quite autumn themed. Let's see. And then I just go, I need to create 4 images, so I like to have 4 different ideas in my head. See, this is a really good one as well because they like the lifestyle sort of images. So then I write down all the props that I would need as well for creating an image similar to this. And then yeah, once I've gone through and got my 4 ideas, I then start collecting all the props together. I start off by picking which of the notebooks that I want to feature in each particular image. So for this example, I'm going to use these 2 because they come together as a pair. So I just start off by laying those out just in a particular way. I might go for that one on top this time. And then I'm also going to feature in this a laptop, a pen and a glass of water. I'm going to have the notebooks on this side and I'm just going to rest the pen on top. I'm going to move that pen out of the way. You've always got to be careful of other things getting in the way of your picture. And then I'm going to bring the laptop in here just so you can see the keys. And then I'm going to put the glass of water in there, and then not the kiddie in the background, but that will sort of be the first image. Working lunch today because I've got a few appointments tomorrow. I've got a discovery call with a potential new client in the morning, which should be really good, and then I'm going to get my nails done in the afternoon because it's the Northern Blog Awards on Saturday. So because I'm going to miss like an hour and a half-ish of work, of time tomorrow to do work, then that's why I sort of planned to have a working lunch today so I can have more time. But that's the really good thing about being self-employed and running your own schedule, and that is that you can just plan your day like down to the T, and if you know you've got things going on later on in the week, then you can make up for it earlier in the week and so on. And yeah, so it's now just after 2:30 and I'm gonna start editing some footage.